Frozen Town Horror Unveiled. When David awoke that morning, his old clock radio was stuck on 3:13, its static hissing through the room. The silence outside was a heavy, suffocating thing. He got dressed and stepped onto his porch, expecting the usual hum of morning routines, but instead saw his neighbor, Mrs. Callahan, frozen in mid-step in her garden. All down the street, people stood as if suspended by invisible threads, their faces twisted in expressions of surprise or confusion. The air was sharp and cold, and every sound David made, his footsteps, his breath, felt like a violation. As panic simmered in his chest, David walked toward the center of town, calling out for help, but no one answered. Then he saw them, a small group of children in tattered clothes, clustered together at the end of the block. Their movements were jerky, unnatural, but what unsettled him most was their faces, smooth, pale skin stretched over where their eyes should have been. As David watched, the children turned as one, as if sensing him, and began to move closer, gliding across the ground with an uncanny grace. He ran, heart pounding, ducking through alleyways and past more frozen townsfolk. Each time he looked back, the eyeless children were closer, their blank faces tilted in his direction. He tried to rouse the people he passed, shaking shoulders, screaming into unresponsive faces, but nothing worked. The children's approach was relentless, their numbers growing as more emerged from shadow doorways and behind parked cars, all eerily silent except for the faint, wet sound of their bare feet on concrete. Desperate, David locked himself in the church at the edge of town, barricading the doors with pews. He could see the children gathering outside, pressing their faces to the stained glass, their empty sockets weeping thin, black tears. As the sun began to set, he realized with a cold certainty that whatever had happened to his town, it was not meant to be survived. In the failing light, as the glass began to crack, David wondered which was worse, being frozen in place forever with the others, or being left to stare into the darkness with those who could not see.